StrongFirst posted this video about the kettlebell snatch, and I want to give you my opinion on it because I think there's better ways to do. Oh, hold on a second. Hello? The YouTube algorithm. Hey, how you doing, man? The title? Yeah, I'm thinking like there's better ways to do a snatch. Not a good idea? Oh, okay. What's your recommendation then? The StrongFirst Snatch sucks? Oh, come on, man. That riles everybody up, and then it's like, yeah, but okay. Here's why the StrongFirst Snatch sucks. Great veteran, Gregory von Lebe here. Now, before you jump at my throats, my dear RKC and StrongFirst friends, please hear me out. Of course, the snatch is totally fine that the instructor is putting on display. However, there's two problems that I have that I want to talk about in this video. But before we get started, we help busy over 40s get in shape with only 30 minutes of kettlebell training in the next 30 days. If that's something you're interested in and you want to find out how we do it, check the first link in the description and grab your free kettlebell code ebook. Problem number one, the video has all comments disabled. And StrongFirst does this on all of their videos on the whole YouTube channel. And it almost seems like they don't want no feedback from the outside world. While they can do whatever they want to do with their YouTube channel, I think that's a questionable strategy. Because while we know that sometimes trolls seep into the comment section and may mess up the discussions that you have with your clients or maybe even with subscribers, I have learned a great deal from my comment section, and I always keep it open because the trolls are in the minority. Because I've had great discussions and great conversations with you guys, and sometimes we agreed to disagree, and sometimes I've learned something. Problem number two is with this statement. Listen.
My friends were in the military, and for a penalty, they used to have to hold a pencil out with a straight arm. So we wouldn't want to paint the fence with a straight arm because our shoulder would get really, really tired. So we're here, elbow down, leading with the wrist. Paint the fence, Daniel-san.
Now, of course, he's right. If we keep the arm extended in front out like this, the shoulder gets tired. But here's an important aspect that we have to consider, and that is the snatch is not a static or a dynamic exercise like this, but it includes a lot of momentum. And if we use momentum, this statement doesn't make sense and is actually not true. So while the StrongFirst guys tell you to Egypt the snatch up like this, we say on the way up, when the elbow bends, the power ends. Because if I bend the elbow, the kettlebell wants to drop. But if I keep the arm extended and I use enough momentum and the proper technique, there's no problem with the shoulder whatsoever. Let me demonstrate. Now let me explain what happened. I'm pulling the kettlebell between my legs, making sure that my arm makes full contact with my body, because now I want to transfer the energy that's coming from my posterior chain into my arm. And for this, we need a solid connection. Now I'm hip thrusting the weight up, so I'm pushing the hips forward. Now I even lift my right leg on my toes. And now here's what happens. It's subtle, but it's magic. I'm crunching the abdominals. The kettlebell comes up with a straight arm, and now I'm pulling the shoulders back as if I want to open up a fridge. So as I'm pulling the shoulders back, here's what I'm doing. I am decreasing the distance between the weight and my center of mass. And my T-spine engages into a so-called kyphotic position, and now the kettlebell flows and flies up while I keep the arm extended with that full velocity and the full momentum. So now the kettlebell lands in a top fixation, boom. And now as I want to drop it, here I can bend the elbow, turn the palm towards me. We call this the corkscrew maneuver. So now I bend the elbow, let the kettlebell drop, and reconnect the arm with my body, and the whole cycle starts again. Now I know what you guys are saying, but Gregory, this is actually the difference between the hardstyle snatch and the Kettlebell Sport snatch. And yes, we will have this debate forever. And before I want to share my argument, let me make this perfectly clear. If you like the hardstyle, StrongFirst, RKC, or whatever you want to call it, high tension snatch, then by all means, do it. The only thing that I want to say is we have no proof that one snatch is superior to the other. We could have two athletes doing these two different styles of snatches for 30 days straight, and at the end of those 30 days, I would argue that the difference probably won't be that big. If it is, I stand corrected. If it is not, here's my question to you. Does it make sense then to use unnecessary effort to bring the weight up if there's a better or more efficient way to do it? And when it comes to power development and strength, look at the weightlifting guys. They have to follow the perfect bar path. They have to be as efficient as possible. And they move very heavy weights. The kettlebell is a sub-maximal weight. And by that standard and by that definition, the way I see it, its USP, unique selling point, is strength endurance. Doesn't mean that you cannot build strength with a kettlebell or that you cannot build muscle with a kettlebell. But the way it is designed with the typical weight increments, I would argue it's rather suited for strength endurance. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Clean and press that like and subscribe button. Share it with a friend who's also interested in kettlebells. And if you made it this far, consider checking out our free kettlebell code ebook. If you're a man over 40 and you don't want to spend hours in the gym and you want to make the most out of your kettlebell that you have at home, then go download this ebook that I have right now in the first link in the description for free and go do it ASAP. You will learn a lot. It will grant you a lot of benefits and insights. And the best thing about it, it's 100% free.